Yeah, we're good. Okay, good morning. Appreciate all of you coming out today. So we are here to discuss an issue that has made it more difficult for police officers and law enforcement to keep our streets safe and hold lawbreakers accountable. This is a conversation that started several months ago when Chief Scott and I were sitting next to each other at a town hall. We were asked by someone in the audience about drivers fleeing crime scenes and sideshows. And the chief mentioned that on the internet, one could buy a cover to obscure their license plate, making it difficult for law enforcement to identify vehicles involved in a variety of criminal activities, including thefts, robberies, and sideshows, which are occurring throughout the city and throughout our state. Illegal license plate covers have also been used to avoid toll plazas, red light cameras, and automated speed enforcement. And I want to just note that in the coming months, San Francisco will be implementing a pilot automated speed enforcement, which was authorized by the California State Legislature with a law that I had championed for a number of years. So I asked our deputies, and I want to just thank Karun Tilak and David Lauk from our affirmative team, headed up by Sarah Eisenberg, who is here, to look into this. And the bottom line is what we have learned is that the sale of illegal license plate covers has endangered public safety in San Francisco and throughout California by promoting illegal conduct and obstructing law enforcement investigations. After the chief speaks, we're going to talk a little bit about some of these products, but I'll just highlight there are three main types of illegal license plate covers. First, there are smoked or tinted or warped covers that make it difficult to read plate numbers. Second, there are vinyl wrap covers that allow their owners to wrap a license plate and change a plate's numbers. And third, which we were just demonstrating before the chief got here, is there are electronic plate covers that hide a license plate either through a drop-down cover or through a curtain mechanism with the press of a button. A driver can initiate the cover from inside their vehicle or outside their vehicle with a remote control. Now, I would say these are products for Gotham City, but they shouldn't be anywhere in California. And it turns out in California, they are, in fact, illegal. They're illegal to sell and illegal to use. Under the California Vehicle Code, which regulates the display of vehicle license plates and tags, Section 5201 makes it illegal to, quote, sell a product or device that obscures or is intended to obscure the reading or recognition of a license plate by visual means or by an electronic device. It's also illegal to use. A license plate cover may not, quote, obstruct or impair the recognition of a license plate information, including but not limited to the issuing of a state license plate number or a registration tab. And these covers must be, quote, limited to the area directly over the top of the registration tabs and may not rest over the license plate number. Sellers and users of these products can face fines for each violation. Now we're here because our team has identified 4 major online retailers where Californians can buy illegal license plate covers: on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and Etsy. And today we have sent cease and desist letters to all 4 online retailers to halt the sale of these products in California. These 4 retailers are among the largest online marketplaces, and their products are widely available in our state. Now, I will say that all 4 online retailers have policies stating that they expressly restrict the sale by third parties of illegal products. All 4 online retailers should know that these license plate covers are illegal because their product descriptions and reviews openly state that the products are intended to or are being used to obscure license plate numbers. And it's clear from user reviews that consumers are intentionally using these products to evade law enforcement. Let me give a couple of examples. A user of one electronic license plate cover that's available on Etsy's website boasts that it enables the drivers to, quote, be extra stealth with the police. A reviewer on Amazon's website notes that they have, quote, gotten out of a lot of tickets and red light cameras. Product descriptions also indicate that these products are intended to hide license plates. So on eBay, a product description touts how the product can, quote, help hide your license plate numbers in seconds. The same product on Walmart's website says it's, quote, a hideaway shutter cover that is covert to meet your urgent needs in 1.5 seconds. So that's why we're here. Very much want to appreciate the work of our team, but particular Chief Scott for bringing this to our attention, and his officers who have been having to deal with this on the streets of San Francisco, as well as officers around the state. And with that, I'd like to invite Chief Scott to say a few words.
Good morning. And first of all, I'd like to start by thanking City Attorney Chu for really taking the leadership role to put this in place. Because as you just heard from our city attorney, it is a problem for our city, and I think it's a problem for our region and our state in terms of the damage that is done when we are unable to identify vehicles and the people driving them because their license plates are obscured. Our officers have done a lot of work to make our city safer, whether it be combating sideshows or stunt driving events, as we call them, car break-ins, trying to put a dent in the number of car break-ins in our city, street robberies, the list goes on in terms of these types of crimes that oftentimes the perpetrators flee in vehicles. When we are unable to detect the license plates, it puts us at a huge disadvantage. And we should be doing everything we can to put the advantage on the side of the people of the city and the side of the people who have to do the work, including police officers and prosecutors who have to prosecute these cases. I believe, due to City Attorney Chu's leadership, now we are swinging that advantage to the people. Just to give a few examples to reiterate the point that City Attorney Chu brought up, we know the pervasive issue of car break-ins in our city. Oftentimes, people that commit these crimes either don't have license plates, or if they do, they obscure them, or have stolen plates, or devices like these. When we're able to detect license plates, oftentimes the results and the outcomes are good. We find the cars, we find the people, we find the property, we get people's property back to them, and we prosecute those through our district attorney who commit these crimes. That's why this is very, very important. We're going to do a show and tell here in a second, but I also want to say these types of devices, anybody can purchase them through the internet, anybody. And we have to make it harder for people to do things to defeat the laws of our state, to defeat the ability for people to commit crimes easily in our city. And this is another step in that direction. I believe that the momentum is on the side of law and justice, and I believe that this will help us tremendously. So again, I want to just thank City Attorney Chu and his team for really getting this done, and it happened very quickly. I think that conversation was probably, 6 months ago or so? June, yeah, not even 6 months ago. So, I mean, this work was done very, very quickly. I also want to thank some of our officers who have really made this happen. Some of our officers in our traffic company that really have to deal with this day to day. Officers in our surveillance units that have to deal with this day to day. Because without them really bringing this issue to the forefront, I don't know that we'd be standing here today having this discussion. So there's a lot of people to thank, but there's also a lot of work to be done. So this will allow us to get that work done. So thank you again.
All right, a little show and tell. So obviously we have behind us some poster boards that describe what you can find on reviews and product descriptions of what we are discussing here. And we have a couple of products that were purchased that discuss what we're talking about. The first two in the front are the tinted or otherwise smoked covers that make it harder for police officers to be able to see the actual license plate number. And as I was demonstrating before, we were waiting for the chief to come, did a little show and tell of this is a remote control that can obviously attach on your keychain. And I'll just hold it up for a second. And if I want to get a quick getaway and obscure my license plate number, I can just hit the button, and there you go. I think it's less than 1.5 seconds. By the way, as I also stated before, for some of the journalists who just came in, this license plate number is a fictitious number. It actually was derived from a license plate number on the movie Too Fast, Too Furious. So with that, I'll just do this a couple more times for video if you weren't able to capture it. And with that, happy to answer any questions.